Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at the portable 6-inch chainsaw, which was sent to me so that I could show it to you. So we're going to take a look at all the features that are available on the saw, and then we're actually going to put it to use. So in the hard case that comes with it, you get a pair of safety glasses, and I do recommend using safety glasses because it's really easy to get a small chip of wood in your eye and irritate you the rest of the day. You do get a 21-volt rechargeable battery, and it does have a battery indicator here on the back. Then you do also get your charger, and that is going to charge right on the top of the battery right here, just like that. You do get an extra chain, and you get a pair of safety gloves. And then for the saw, now this is a really nice saw. It's a little bit larger than some of the other saws that I've done. It is a 6-inch saw. It does have a chain guard on it, and then it also does have an oil reservoir and an oil pump so that you can keep your chain oiled at all times. You do have your safety button right here that has to be engaged before you can engage the chain itself. Now, if you were to change the chain, there are two knobs right here on the top side of the saw. One is going to be a wing nut, which is going to keep everything tight. You've got this housing right here, this cover right here, that is kept secure by the top wing nut. Then you have a little dial right here, which is going to allow you to either loosen the chain or to tighten the chain. You can see that coming right up to the bar. Once you get your chain right where it needs to be, then you're going to tighten that wing nut up on top so that it doesn't come loose. And then we're ready to install our battery and go cut some wood. The battery is going to install just like any other power tool. Then we're going to push our safety button, and then we're going to engage the saw. That's a really lightweight trigger there, so you're going to have to be careful with that. But yeah, sounds really good. I think we're ready to cut some wood. Okay, so we burn wood for heat, so I'm always cutting a lot of wood. However, sometimes the pieces that I get are a little bit too long to fit into my fireplace. And so it's nice and handy to have one of these mini chainsaws to come out and just trim this down to size. Now, typically, this would be good for low-lying branches, for bushes, twigs, things that have fallen out of the tree that you need to move to a fire pit. This is going to be nice to cut them down to size. But for me, I use it for firewood. Let's just see how it works. One thing that you always want to pay attention to is your chain. It can come loose with the vibration, and so you want to make sure that you check that often and then make the adjustments that you need to make with it. I tell you what, it does a fine job. Now, most people are not going to be using this for their firewood or cutting a diameter as large as this. Most times it's just going to be low-hanging branches or twigs or things of that nature that you need to cut down to size. But I tell you what, it's doing a good work here. This is a piece of oak, and then we've cut some ash and some other hardwood. Not having any trouble with it. A lot of times these will actually stop midway through a cut because it's just too hard for it. You got to pull it out and allow it to cool down, and then re-engage it. Now this one, it bogged down just a little bit, but it never did stop, and so I'm pretty impressed with that. This is definitely a chainsaw that I would recommend. It's one that I would keep around the farm to use for small jobs and other odds and ends. It's coming in super handy for that, and I would definitely recommend it.